Bobby Allison was a fierce competitor, known for his versatility behind the wheel and ability to win wherever and whenever he wanted. Allison will forever be remembered as one of NASCAR's elite talents.
This is Bobby Allison, a factor in every race he enters.
Standing on the throttle, Bobby Allison takes first place.
It's a great feeling to come out on top in a battle like that.
Bobby Allison was the best stock car driver who ever lived. Bobby always gave 100% on the racetrack and off the racetrack.
Born in Miami, Florida, Allison made a name for himself on the local dirt tracks.
My grandfather came to live with us, and he would take one of us kids to an event. He said, "Come on, Bobby, we're going to the car races." And I thought this was the neatest thing I had ever seen. I put a seatbelt in that car, and I painted the number on the door with shoe polish, and I went to every race that I could get to.
In the late 1950s, he left the short tracks of South Florida to settle in Hueytown, Alabama, where he won NASCAR Modified Special Division titles in both 1962 and 1963, followed by 2 more NASCAR Modified Division titles in 1964 and 1965. He competed on tracks across the South alongside his brother Donnie and friend Red Farmer, and the trio steadily built a reputation of domination.
And we went to Asheville, Weaverville, and come towing in there for a 200 lapper, and Jack Ingram said, uh-oh, here comes that dang Alabama gang.
Here comes the Alabama gang.
Here comes that damn Alabama gang again.
And I thought it just sounded neat, and so we became the Alabama gang.
In the 70s, Allison's career hit on all cylinders as he won dozens of races and set a record comparable to one of the great benchmarks in all of sport.
Bobby Allison is on the point. He's considered a pioneer when it comes to running up front.
Bobby set a record that compares with Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak. He led 39 consecutive Cup races. Nobody has ever led 39 straight since then, and I don't think anybody ever will.
Bobby Allison slips through and takes first place in an unbelievable display of driving skill.
You know, everybody that ever raced Bobby Allison that could beat him had a rivalry with him.
The toughest competitor was Donnie Allison, but I had raced against him on the short tracks and I already knew how tough he was.
On the track, Bobby and Donnie could fight like brothers. Off the track, their bond was impossible to break. In the 1979 Daytona 500, that combination shaped the story of NASCAR.
Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're out of it.
Bobby pulls up and he says, "You all right?" And I say, "I'm fine." All of a sudden, Cale's hitting Bobby through the window. How Bobby got out of the car that fast that day, I have no idea.
And there's a fight. The tempers overflowing.
Bobby's not a fighter, but if you get him in the right category, he's going to fight you. And Cale Yarborough found that out.
For Bobby, racing was a family affair. And over the years, the Allison family was cherished by race fans, whether they were cheering on brother and brother or father and son.
And the winner of the 30th annual Great American Race, Bobby Allison. Davey Allison, his son, in second. What a tremendous family performance.
Allison was a journeyman, winning races with 12 different car owners and 8 different manufacturers. But for his fans, it didn't matter what kind of car he was driving or who he was driving for, as long as he won races and made headlines.
And look at this crowd go berserk. They've seen their driver, Bobby Allison, win the Alabama 500.
In 1983, Allison earned the Premier Series championship, a crowning achievement for the career of one of NASCAR's winningest drivers.
I can't say, and I can't put into words, what an honor this really is.
Allison's career featured more than 80 Premier Series wins, including 4 Southern 500s. He was also a 3-time winner of both the Daytona 500 and the Coca-Cola 600. In 2011, Allison received the sport's ultimate honor as he was inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. And in 2023, as part of the sport's 75th anniversary celebration, he was recognized as one of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers. Bobby Allison was a supreme talent behind the wheel, a legend who dedicated his life to the pursuit of motorsport excellence.